So, welcome everybody back to my YouTube channel. Um, I am starting cheer season all over again. I actually had the opportunity to have my daughter somewhere closer to home, but I decided to give her a different experience. And also, I get to meet different moms doing this for her. I also get to travel away from home for a little bit. It's only about 20 minutes, but it's just a different atmosphere. And she gets to return with her friends. So I had an opportunity to do something closer, but I decided to stay here just to give her some type of normalcy so that she can continue on with her season. So, wish us cheer moms a good season. So it started back up last week, but this is her first week. So I wanted to jump on while she was at practice because this is like my me time. And I know I'm going to have an isolated 15, 20 minutes to sit down and meditate, pray, think about what I want to get on my channel and say to you all today. So I've been having some interesting experiences, and it has really just been revealing who people really are in the spirit, as far as Holy Spirit, what type of person they are internally inside the bodies that we have borrowed by God. So I try to remember that when I'm speaking to someone, I'm not speaking directly to them, I'm speaking to their spirit. So if what they're giving off, as far as their energy, is negative, I try to remember that it's not the actual person who I'm dealing with, the shell of the body. It's the spirit inside of that person. And it's very hard when you're on a spiritual journey, trying to spiritually elevate, to be better, to introduce therapy to people and to yourself, to your children, to your community. It's a really lonely journey at times because everybody will not understand the path that God has you on. It's very isolating. People will nitpick, people will have like bullying mentality to try to isolate you. But I want you to stay encouraged today to remember that isolation is just a form of realizing that you're on the right path. So if you get in a group of people with your friends, with your coworkers, with a group of people, and you find yourself being the only person who understands what you are experiencing at that moment, that means that you're on a self journey. I see now why people say that life is a self journey, self-fulfilling prophecy. You are the only person that know what you're supposed to be doing. So people may say, "Oh, she's acting weird, she's acting different, she's going this route, she's going that route." As long as everything you do is out of love, out of compassion, out of good intentions, and you have prayed about it, just move forward and know that you're doing the right thing. Here lately, the last, like, I would say about 3 months, I have just been feeling so isolated around some of the people I have to be around for long periods of time to be able to make a living for my family. I feel so isolated in that environment. I feel just like a fish out of water, but it's really not anything that they're doing. It's really me teaching me internal lessons of how to progress and how to be on a self journey, meaning that you can't think about what other people are doing in their lives and their marriages and their homes, bad decisions they're making. You're not being picked to be the it girl. When you're on a spiritual or religious journey, you're not going to be the it girl. You're going to be the person that's shunned away. Most of the time, you're going to be the person that's talked about, gossip about. But they even did that to Jesus, even though he had good intentions. So you're no different. Just know that you have to still remain the light in the world, because when people see you, they're still going to be looking for the light that you have within you. I actually was thinking about earlier, whatever you dislike. Like me, it's not my favorite thing to get up here and speak to you guys, but I know that it's going to be life changing for me and for the person that it is going to impact. So I've always had this thing with my voice. So, me personally, I dislike it only because other people have pointed out that it's like a weird voice or different voice. So whatever God has in you, placed in you that's different, that's what he wants to pull out to be able for you to be able to make a living, to impact the world, that thing that you dislike or other people dislike, they dislike it because it's different. But we're not all created to be out here looking the same, sounding the same, doing the same things. We all have individual passions and things that we're supposed to be doing. So, um, whatever you dislike, that's probably a thing that God wants you to focus on. And for me, it was so hard just to get to the realization that I have to use my voice. So I am like an educator by day, but I usually educate like little kids, like children or maybe some type of adults in a small setting, but not like on a large platform like here on YouTube. So this is a different element for me. So now I have to realize, well, I have to use my voice, speak up in a private setting, or I have to try to learn how to be more comfortable with my voice and speaking out and just getting my purpose for fuel. So you have to do the same thing, whether you can sing and you're shy about singing, whether you can do ballet, but you're scared of dancing in front of people, whether you can do yoga really good, but you're really scared about messing up during instruction, whether you can do eyebrows, nails, hair, whatever you're shy about doing on a daily basis, but you say, well, I only practice like on my sisters, or I only sing around in the kitchen or something like that. Maybe you should try to pursue that thing because that may be the thing that the world is waiting on. I think about people like Whitney Houston. If she would have never sang like we probably would have never known like her voice was so beautiful had she not used it. So I'm just encouraging you guys to do the same thing that I'm doing. Try to use whatever you dislike, because most of the time God has put that in you to make a difference, and you're not supposed to sound like other people, look like other people, or do the same things they're doing the way that they're doing it. It's something unique about you that you're supposed to be using the thing that you dislike to make a difference in the world. So when I realized that, I was like, "Oh, I'm really figuring out purpose. I'm really on a spiritual journey of just being kind to people." You would just be so amazed at how hateful people are just because you are being positive. People are so unhappy in their marriages, in their job positions, in their church life, with their kids' behavior or progression in the world. People are so miserable that it is even difficult sometimes to survive around these type of people. Today I almost got the life sucked out of me just because I was around so much toxic and microaggression behaviors, and it's just really baffling to me that people actually wake up every day, put their two shoes on their foot, and just decide to be mean. To me, I would never understand it. I'm not that person. I don't give off that type of energy. That really makes me shut down and when I get into those type of environments and want to remove myself. But you can't always run away. God have you in places to make a difference. He placed eagles in places where there are lots and lots of buzzards, because it's usually only one eagle can take over an environment at one time. So if that's you, you're being isolated, you're the eagle. You are the person that's supposed to be shining the light. You're supposed to be leading the way of integrity, treating people nice, showing up every day with a smile on your face, even though people are being hateful, people are being mean, people are being racist, people are being unfair to you. It doesn't matter. You have to continue to do the works that God say you are here to do. So I just wanted to jump on to encourage you guys, to encourage myself, um, that even though people may not treat you the way that you deserve, keep honoring yourself, keep showing up, honoring God, because He is taking down notes in His big book of everything that you're doing. So don't stoop to their level. Stay to where you know He has you and continue to live an abundant life. I'm smiling because I'm thinking about the healing retreat that's coming up. I always post information about my spiritual mother. Her name is Shanika Marie on Instagram. I'll post her information below so that you guys can follow her, figure out some ways to get into some meditation, some sound healing, just some things to get onto a new vibration and stay away from all that negativity. If it's people around you, I know at work you can't get away from them, but outside of work, you don't got to hang out with those people. Even in your family, if it's your auntie, if it's your uncle, if it is your sister, your brother, your cousin, anybody that is not on the same level you're on, um, just stay away from them. You do not have to be around these people. So I just wanted to get on to encourage you guys to keep your good name, keep your good character, stay of integrity, be honest, try to treat people good, even though people will treat you bad. That's on them. They have to account for that on Judgment Day. But always try to progress, always try to find ways that you can try to better yourself to get out of that environment as fast as possible. Pray, fast. I have had the hardest time fasting. For me, um, cursing when something tick me off, I don't usually curse at people, but like just to myself, it just ticks me off so bad. So I have been trying to fast with cursing, and as I do it week by week, I'm getting better and better because I'm realizing that it's a way to honor myself as a young woman, as a mother, as a mentor, and as somebody as being on YouTube and just talking to people about being positive. I know that I too will have to be held to a higher standard. So I'm pressing forward to hold myself to a higher standard. So I just wanted to get on. You see, my hair is always doing something different, but just try to do the best that you can with what you've been given. The thing that you dislike, know that's the thing that you're probably supposed to be working with. It may not be the same story for everyone, but for me, I know I was like, Lord, I do not particularly think my voice is the best or whatever, but I know that I have something powerful to say to people who may not know what to do in the same situations that I'm in. So I get on here, I talk about stuff that I'm going through, things that may pull you through. I've been through a lot, I'm going through a lot, but I know that I have a big reward at the end, and so do you. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll be back shortly to talk about some more topics.